inspired event. BMW comes here in full force, right? Take a look at some of the stuff that we're driving. We've been driving them now for 3 days, and it still sends chills up my spine, except no pressure. So when you drive the cars here, it's just all fun, all day, all the time. If you want to get up and close and personal, come on over, check these things out. But look at this. There's somebody famous with this ride right there. David Hobbs, right? So here's the Daytona winning 24-hour car. Petit Le Mans winning in its livery from Petit Le Mans when it won with Hans Stuck and Borised and myself. M6 GTLM. V12 LMR. Look at that beauty. E92 M3. Z4. Now I'm going to give you a little...
Sebring this year?
We'll be there.
Yeah.
We'll be there. Let me give you a little insight of what it looks like. We'll go from, how about newest to sort of head towards older, right? Here's your M8. This car was just decommissioned, so it's no longer on the racetrack. Here it is. This car is what inspired the M4 GT3, right? So let's see if we can wake it up. Here you are. Everything's come alive. It's a radar on the back. Obviously, they probably got the trunk lid off. Turn a map. You see it. You know, turn any little thing. Turn your map. Hit OK. Enter. Here's for your TC. Spin it up or down. You see it changing there. That's another. That's for your part of your TC. Here's another part of your TC. It's changing your slip targets. You see your brake balance settings showing up. Lap predict. Best lap time. It's all here. This is just one dash page, by the way. There's plenty of dash pages if you wanted to see other things. So here you can see things like this. When the mechanics started up, this is some of the stuff they get to see right here.
He's doing an interview right now.
All right, so then that gives you an idea of this one. So that's the M8. And now let's go GTR. We'll head back to what, 2001, 2002, raw and real. Here we are. All right, we get in it. Way more simple, but it still makes sense as to what it is, right? Ignition, start, fuel reset, fan. If the fan is on, here's what you're looking at. Lap predict, lap time, temperature, tack, shift lights, which are blanked off right now, and your buttons, and a stick. And this was an H pattern, let it rip stick shift. I mean, it's crazy. When we did have traction control, you had your slip target and your gain target, just like the other one. All right, moving on to the next one. M6 GTLM. This was one before the M8, basically. This is what we raced for a few years. Had a lot of success with this car. Oh, this is a beautiful example of it here. Here we are. So you flip it on. It should eventually come alive. Dash is Cosworth. ECU, I think, is Cosworth. Slightly different on the inside. Again, we can switch pages. You see different things. Basically, there's a mechanics page. This is the page I'd raced on. So you see your tire pressures. You see your TC target, your map target, you know, your fuel being used, your boost being used there, your slip targets, lap predict, fuel used, you know, we can see what we're using so we don't run out of gas. Your water temp, never really look at that. You got your pit speed limiter on. It's off, it's on. And your radar on the back. The radar's kind of cool. People they think it's just a backup camera, but it's so good it tells you how many feet the car is behind you and how many seconds he is behind you. So I can watch that the whole time. And then here's how you change your slip targets. Different things. Here we are. AC in this one, but man, this car gets hot, and it is a hot one. All right, gives you an idea of that one. Hang tight. Not easy. Things are in here tight. LMR is going to be fast. Because LMR is simple. This is not the dash we raced with, but so don't get crazy here. But here it is. See, the switches are still the inspiration that you know. So, ignition on, master on. There's your ignition, your starter button, your map. I don't even remember what the revs were. I don't remember what we did with that. Your lights on, off. This dash we did not run. It's a lower end pie. Steering wheels, sort of one of 2 steering wheels we ran. And here's your little shell. That is simple, right? E92 M3. This was an awesome car. There we are. This is the first version. You know, you had a sequential shifter. This car is all legit. This is the way this thing was when we raced it. So here you go. People used to like that button. That's still the big mystery to people. They don't know what that is. Traction shows you what traction control setting you're in, what gear you're in, high beams on, shift lights, gear. A lot of the same stuff. AC came out of here really good. This was back in the day. So there you go with that one. All right, and we're heading to the last one. So Z4 came in right after the E92 M3. Here's a nice example of one right here. And you see, once you know BMW, they all sort of, you can understand them, right? Here we are. Steering wheel looks reminiscent. You know, you can change your mixtures here on the steering wheel. Sometimes that was outlawed, sometimes that was in. There's your traction control settings, your fuel mixture settings, your AGS, because we have it so you can shift it without having any safeties in place. Fancy button still there, pit speed limiter, traction control higher, traction control lower, AC duct that we made ourselves. I remember that. Alright, that gives you a little idea of the history of these BMWs. Here they are. Z4, E92 M3, BMW V12 LMR, M6 GTLM, M3 GTR, M8 GTLM. Hope you guys enjoy it. It's a long one.
Hey guys, welcome back to the BMW Blog YouTube channel and welcome to Palm Beach International Raceway. I am here with Bill Oberlin, who's going to tell us about the event here today and also about some BMW Motorsport things. So Bill, no further ado, tell me, why are we here today?
We are here. This is a Brian Redman inspired event called Targa 66. BMW and Brian Redman are kind of synonymous together. They have a lot of history together. It's a really great event to come and show all this incredible machinery. I mean, take a peek here. When do you get to see this many awesome BMW race cars that have won races, championships, you know, all kinds of crazy victories between all these cars? And then, even better, I get to drive all these things. This is basically a dream, right? When you come to this event, there's zero stress. So it's the pure joy of listening to the M8's turbocharger and its anti-lag systems, or the V8 GTR's V8 engine churning out this incredible sound with flames flying out of it. And you could take it in, and you just love every bit of it. You get to the racetrack, it's a lot more stressful because there's a lot on the line, but both, you wake up, I say, any job that you wake up before the alarm clock and love to do what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah, gotcha. So now, out of all the race cars that you've been driving, all the BMW ones for the last few decades, which one was really your favorite? Like, aside from the V12 LMR and all of that, but which one, let's say, you had the most fun in a championship?
You know, the M6 was fun. I like the M6. Yeah. The GTR, we never lost a race with it. Between us and Schnitzer, we beat everybody. Yeah. So we were so dominant that's great. Each one has its own thing.
Sure.
Obviously, when you look at the V12 LMR, you go, that's just the most brutal, fastest car you're going to drive.
Yeah.